Now everybody knows you have small boobs.
What does that have to do with boobs? Who said I had small boobs until now? Hi everyone, welcome to the Big Dane podcast. Joining the podcast today is my boyfriend, Matt Warnock.
Yo.
Hey Matt.
Hey.
Also known as Sonics, and we can jump into that on another episode and really dive into all his music that he produces.
Heard.
Or heard.
No, I'm just saying like cool.
Oh. I'm like, heard.
It's slang.
But yeah, so we are in an interesting time, and I really didn't think I would be recording during a pandemic. I have been thinking about this idea for some time now, and now that I have extra time being at home and don't have to wait on a train to get home and, get ready for the night, I do have an opportunity now to start this podcast. So it's been pretty exciting. And just to keep everyone on track with the days, because everyone, it's everything's blending, right?
What day is it?
No one knows what day it is because everyone is at home. And now we're at the beginning of April already. So just to give you some background and keep you up to date on the weeks, March 11th was when the WHO, or the WHO.
The band.
Not the band. The World Health Organization, people. They announced a pandemic. So, and it's interesting because the next day I was actually supposed to go to a concert in Philadelphia here at the Wells Fargo, and it was weird because I hadn't heard anything or seen anything from Wells Fargo about my concert, and it was Dan and Shay, shout out, and I was so bummed that it had to get rescheduled, but of course, with the situation, I had to, just keep in mind everyone has to be safe and healthy, and we don't want to infect, more people than we can. So it was canceled and now rescheduled to September on a Monday. So shortly after that week, I plan to get my stuff in the office. It was either that Thursday when I was still there or Friday when I was there, and I thought, let me grab everything because I don't think I'm coming back for a while. And truth be told, here we are. I haven't been back to the office since. But thankfully, I'm able to keep my job. Just with being in the business that I am in, being in the healthcare space and working for a small business, and just trying to keep it going with the pharmaceuticals. Just to give you a little background, I'm in medical sales, as having a full-time job still and doing the podcast on the side here. And what we do is reach out to media agencies and pharmaceutical clients to help advertise for Cleveland Clinic Journal of Medicine. And I'm just glad that, I'm not at maybe this super large company. On the flip side, I actually am newer to the company, but with it just being my boss and I, we're able to still keep it going because we have to. And we rely on each other and lean on each other. So no one is stopping their work. So, and thankfully within the industry that I am in and being in pharmaceuticals, like we have to keep that going. We have to keep the physicians informed of the situation and content and all that jazz. So,
Yeah, pretty
but
important.
it's just crazy. So here we are. It's April 9th. It's a Thursday night. Sitting in my kitchen. And here we are.
You just got off a FaceTime with like an old friend
Just
that
got
I
off.
interrupted.
Just got off of I tried the Snapchat video, which I've never tried, and my face became like super small. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah, I came down and you were talking to your friend, and I was like, why is there glitter all over the screen? And she realized she had a Snapchat filter on, like, and she had no idea for the entire conversation.
Yeah, it was actually really funny. Lauren and I were trying to figure out if we could actually enlarge our faces. Because it's like you can see the other person like full view, but like to see yourself, it's like literally like your eyeball.
Yeah, that is probably a asshole design.
So Snapchat, if you can like try to fix that, or maybe we're just doing it wrong. Yeah, it was funny to see all that glitter. But I mean,
That's like the thing though, like there's so many like video platforms to like talk with people on, like Snapchat has one, like Google Hangouts has one, Facebook has one, there's House Party,
there's actually
there's Zoom.
a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But I guess like if you take all that away, I mean, you know, granted we're in 2020 now, but can you imagine if we really didn't have any kind of technology like we do today? You know, if it was even 10 years ago, right? I mean, how hard would it be to really, you know, try to hold that human interaction? Because, you know, having the video, having a Snapchat, that just makes it more normal, quote unquote. And like, if we had to sit here and think about like, you know, the dial-up days or the landline days, like,
They wouldn't be here.
that would be tough. That would be super hard. I think everyone would be even maybe more depressed, depending on how everyone's doing these days, and you know, keeping sane.
I don't know, like how are people during the Spanish flu? Like what did they do?
I don't know. I'd have to do some research on that.
Seriously.
But I don't know. Maybe making babies. Maybe people are just banging it out.
I'm sure people are banging it out right now.
It's gonna be a huge baby boom.
Yeah, huge
After
baby
this.
boom.
But no, really though, I think I'm glad that we do have this technology, and our technology is growing and it's so innovative that we do have all these like platforms and different avenues to go to, because I don't know where else would I turn besides just the phone to try to call someone. Mind you, I don't know anyone's number. So that alone, like, really, you know, keeps us in check. I think it's something that we have to digest a little and, you know, realize what we take for granted, you know. But that's another rabbit hole to get into for another day.
What do you want to get into today?
Well, I guess like jumping, you know, back into all the technology, we did learn about House Party.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like,
Free ad sponsorship.
yeah, well,
We're just
they're
projecting.
not even, I don't even know how they make money right now.
Well, I had never even heard of it until one of my girlfriends. So just because I wasn't really actively looking for a video chat, just knowing that there are other platforms for that. So I honestly wasn't aware of it at all. But what I like about it that other video chats don't have are the games. It's the games.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest differentiator. Like, they have the games and no one else does. Like, Zoom has the background thing where you can change your background, but other than that, they don't have games, so.
Yeah, Matt and I, we tried it with his family the other week, and his family is like pretty large, so like people are popping in, they're popping out, they're making dinner, they were taking shots.
Too many people were in there at one point and talking, and you couldn't even hear anybody.
Everyone was talking over each other, trying to figure out which game to pick.
Yeah, seriously.
But no, it's pretty cool. There's a little icon on there with, I think it's a dice, and you can select whether it be trivia, Pictionary, guac and chips,
Which is like Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity, or like an apples to apples, where you kind of there's a judge involved, and then you select whichever card fits that word, whether it be funny or whatever. But not gonna lie, we had to Google that on the fly because we had no idea what the guac and chips were, because it's really funny because they try to explain it to you like right as
They put directions up, and then they give you 3 seconds to read them, and then they go away, and it's like, okay, start.
Literally, it's like 3 seconds, and you're trying to like speed read. I'm like, who the hell is reading this fast and trying to comprehend? Mind you, people are consuming alcohol, so if
Like
you can
we are right now.
put that 2 and 2 together, come on.
Yes. Yeah.
And what was the other one that was on there?
It was Heads Up.
Heads up, which I love. I even just love that doing it with friends when we're not in pandemic. You can even play that, which is always a blast.
There's like a drawing one, so you can play kind of Pictionary.
Yeah. So
It's called like Draw It. It used to be a really popular app. You remember? It was kind of like as popular as Words with Friends got, but what happened is you draw something and you send it to your friend and they have to guess what it is.
Speaking about Words with Friends, what happened to that?
It's still around.
Is it?
Yeah. A lot of people still
I feel
play
like
it.
people are probably playing it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably my sister.
I think the last time that I played Words with Friends was probably in college, when it maybe first came out, but I feel like I'm usually kind of late with things, so it probably was already out like 5 years prior.
I usually ride the hype curve with games like that. Like, same thing with Pokemon Go. I rode the hype curve. Then after 10 days of doing it, I was bored and I stopped.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and then people have been ordering puzzles too, to try to keep their sanity.
Yeah.
But then
I'm not a puzzles guy though.
Then I think also people, what I've heard and have gone on with a couple, is that maybe the significant other had finished the puzzle before the other person would help, and then the other partner would get mad.
Yeah. It's like if you were watching Ozark and you finished the whole season, or you started the season as a couple and then finished the season, so one of the other members of the relationship.
Yeah, that would not be cool. Well, I think in general too, if you're starting a series out together, you kind of want to finish it together. I mean, at least that's what I would want to do. I feel like it's a dick move if you don't want to continue.
So if you're dating someone who did finish it, they would be you'd be basically dating a dick.
Well, I mean, dating means what? Like, are they living with you? I'd say it'd be worse if you're living with someone and they finish it. Now, if you're not living with your partner, then okay, whatever, right?
Yeah, I think it's just either or. It doesn't really matter. Either of those situations.
Yeah, besides Ozark that's new, there's that crazy series Tiger King. It's Tiger King, right? That's on these days.
Did you finish it?
I certainly did not.
What episode are you on? I don't give you spoilers, so I'll make sure.
Maybe only the second episode, and I wasn't really watching.
Oh, what the fuck? Alright, you're a special breed.
I don't know. I'm trying, but like I can't fully get into it because it's so ridiculous.
You couldn't get into it by the second episode? Did you learn about Carol Baskin?
Maybe. I'll have to rewatch the second episode.
Oh my god. Alright, next subject.
I don't know. What else is on? I feel like there's just so much to watch still. I think I've said this even before. Like, there's so much to watch that it's overwhelming. But
yeah, it is.
Like, but now it's like, well, I already took a walk. I already worked out. Maybe I baked. So now what do I do?
Speaking of working out, like what's I can't remember the last time that I washed like work clothes.
Work clothes that has been out since March 12th, since I was in the office. That has been out the door because I'll tell you, when I do my laundry now, I mean, you really know you're in quarantine when all your clothes are athletic wear. Like what am I doing, right? It looks like this person is just like lounging around.
Or they're a trainer.
They don't work. They just kind of bop around the house. Maybe sends an email.
Or all the laundry you're washing is just like PJs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how your life is transformed.
Definitely has transformed.
Or your standards have lowered.
I just want to be comfortable at the end of the day. And we're still...
Or every day, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You agreeing with me?
I forgot what I was going to say, but... I mean, I do try to make it more normal and like back to that old routine where, you know, maybe on the weekend I'll get a little bit more dressed up and do my hair, do my makeup, and actually put on jeans. But during the week, no. It's let me quickly get up, make my coffee, and get right to my computer to do my work. There's nothing in between.
Yes. And no pants on, sitting down in your office chair. Just go into town.
Plus, if you got a Zoom, everyone's just seeing your face, right?
Or you're from your top up.
Your top up.
Like I saw in John Oliver's show, he was asking anchors if they had any pants on when they were like, interviewing. Yeah, they're like, hey, you have any pants on? And the people are like, yes, I do, but I'm not gonna show you. And I'm like, Bullshit.
Yeah. I'll definitely say last year I had an interview, and it was a video conference type of interview. And sorry if you just noticed the shakiness in my voice because one of our cats.
Our cat did a backflip off the diving board.
Oh my God, it was frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So I had this interview and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have to get ready for this. But I thought, duh, all I have to do is just dress up my top / put on my, my suit coat, right? And just wear maybe some shorts because I think during that time it was like the end of the summer. So I'm not putting on any pants. It's too hot for that shit. So it just kind of reminded me of that time, like to dress up for one occasion.
Own one thing. It's like college when you own like one tie or one nice thing, just in case something happens.
Just in case you have an internship that you need to interview for.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone we know still has like that situation. Like they have one nice outfit.
So when you mean one nice outfit, is that like dress attire? Like a dressy, fancy suit? Or what is that?
I would say business casual and up. So
I'd say above business casual for sure.
Like I would say for a guy, this would be the minimum. Like button down shirt.
Yeah.
At least khakis. As nice as khakis. For girls, I'm not an expert on that. So
I'm nervous about what you're gonna say.
I am nervous too.
I'm like waiting.
Yeah, I'm trying to delay.
Maybe I'll just cut you off then.
Yeah. So what, Dana? What is business casual for ladies?
For ladies these days. You know, a lot of women these days, although I can't be getting too specific because my work environment's pretty casual, but it could be maybe a pant, some sort of pant-like pant.
Some kind of pant-like pants?
Like something you would buy at Loft. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Love Loft. Especially for petites like myself.
Now everybody knows you have small boobs.
What does that have to do with boobs? Who said I had small boobs until now? Great, now everyone knows.
There's context clues.
No, because I'll tell you this. Side story real quick, people. There are women that are my height and have large breasts, right? So I got it on the other end. I got a large butt. Okay, so there you have it.
Donk.
There you have it. So now you can create whatever images you want in your mind, unless you want to Google me or looked at my LinkedIn picture. Thank you. So no, it would be, a nice pant from Loft, maybe a Macy's, right? Express, but not like the super fancy pant that you would wear on an interview. So you could also,
that would be formal,
right. And you could have like a nicer top if you want to have a blazer. Love a blazer. Just something you could dress it up with jewelry or do your hair and add a little bit more makeup. And so that would be business casual. Of course, obviously, if you enjoy wearing a skirt or maybe a dress, There you go. But I'm saying the pant in this day and age exists.
That it does.
Well, back in the day, they're like, you cannot, if you're a woman, you cannot wear pants. I can't imagine.
You have to wear, like, what were those, like...
I don't like wearing fancy skirts in work environment. Just don't feel comfortable.
What was the skirt with, like, the poodle on it back in the 60s or something?
The poodle on it?
Yeah, there was, like, a name for those skirts, but I forget what it's called.
What?
Check your history books. I'm pretty sure there's a name for those skirts.
I don't have any history books.
Big Dane show, what?
And if you're just joining, this is the Big Dane show. So welcome.
When we go live, but this is not live. I'm enjoying this conversation, are you?
What do you mean it's not live?
We're recording.
Oh.
It's not broadcasting.
I don't know. I was like, you stopped recording? We'll have to cut this, people. You're not going to listen to this.
We're recording, but like, no one
We'll give them the uncut version.
The only one hearing this conversation is Phyllis and my computer.
Guys, Phyllis is our neighbor next door, and where we live, it's a set of townhomes or row homes. I think it's all pretty much the same, right? So she's an older woman, and when I mean older woman, I mean in her 90s. And yeah, we hear her listening to some Jeopardy. We hear her listen to maybe some Wheel of Fortune, and we hear her phone ring. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
We've actually invited her to maybe have dinner one night, but obviously that has been delayed for obvious reasons. But she's just the cutest old woman, and I just want to be her best friend.
Yeah. I saw her gardening the other day. She was out front, and then like when I was working out on the front porch. When I was working out on the front porch.
You work out?
Yeah, I work out. She went out. She was working on some of the shrubbery out front too.
Yeah. No, I did see her. The times that we're in. It still doesn't feel real. So Matt and I, we were walking to get our takeout tonight. We actually got takeout at two different places, but they're right around the corner. So we're like, we'll just walk and pick it up. And on our way, we saw like literally this whole crowd of people. I think it was like maybe the same family. I'm not really sure.
Social distancing.
But not social distancing, especially right now, because right now they're saying this is the key time. Like, it's getting worse. Like, we're getting, we're not flattening, basically. We're not flattening that curve. So
we're not flat.
We're not flattening at all. So when you do those kinds of things, it's like, really? You really need to get together, like all 20 of you? I'm not even kidding. Like, it was literally 20 people. At least.
Yeah, bikes and Subarus and...
They had like a quad out.
They had like a quad. One guy was parked crookedly in the street with his big truck. Big wheels.
Keep in mind, everyone, where we live is not in the middle of nowhere.
No,
so why there would be a quad in the middle of the street where it's almost like as close to a restaurant, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strange place to listen to country music in.
Were they listening to country music?
No, it's just I'm just exploiting a stigma.
No. I do love me some country music.
Do you now? Well, you mentioned Dan and Shay earlier. Dan and Shay,
yeah.
Are you looking forward to any country concerts that haven't been canceled yet? That's the one thing I think that's the biggest thing. I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But I mean, I think one of the things I really miss is like going to concerts because we were gonna go see Trivecta and like everyone touring with him. Dabin.
I was gonna say Dabin. I was like, that's wrong.
I could see you hesitate. But yeah, like I was really looking forward to that show, and then it got canceled because of the virus, and I'm like, oh shit, like.
I feel like once things had started to get canceled, it just made you think even more about the situation and how real it really got. I mean, I don't even know how else to explain it, but yeah, I'm gonna miss like, and I already miss going to a concert because I was supposed to go to one already.
We'll be able to go to them after this.
I know.
It'll feel really good though to go to.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense, I bet. And it just made me think. So we still have a concert planned with Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey's still on.
Halsey, insert horn. And that is, I think, is it July? He's checking the calendar.
No, I'm not.
It's June? July? Guys, can you hear that? It's actually
the sound of nothing.
It's the sound of the cats hissing. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, so we have a Halsey concert planned. I think it's in July, I want to say. Trying to quickly look at the calendar here. It is July 18th. It's a Saturday, and it's in, it's not at the BB&T, but it is at the PNC Bank Art Center in Holmdel, New Jersey. So a little bit further out from where we are, but we thought, why not? This looks so much fun. And my sister-in-law, Abby Trimborn, and my brother, Scott Trimborn.
They like to party.
They like to party. They enjoy great music. And yeah, the four of us will be going. So I'm excited for that. And I'm hoping that since it's that far out that we're still going to be able to attend. I think maybe I saw Sam Hunt was going to be around. For some odd reason, I'm thinking it's actually the same date.
Maybe.
Because I'm like vaguely remembering you saying like, I don't want to go to a country concert. And so I'm like, well, let's go to this Halsey concert.
Yeah. It's more in the middle between our relationship.
In the middle. No, but I do need to plan some sort of country concert before September. I cannot wait until September to go to the freaking Dan and Shay concert.
Timestamp.
To the Dan and Shay concert, like in September. Like I think I'm gonna go crazy. I'm glad they're doing these live video concerts, but I haven't really seen.
They're kinda lame. Oh no, but like live streams I've seen like of DJs is pretty cool.
Is it?
They put on like visualizers and whatnot for you to watch.
So what are you using to get your updates? Because I've like gotten like some emails from either bands in town or like Live Nation. Is there one that you have specifically that tells you, or you just kind of do it by the artist and look it up?
3 different ways.
Crazy.
I follow some on Twitch. A lot of them stream on Twitch. Another way is following their Twitter, or you might see it in Reddit if you follow a relevant subreddit.
I guess I'll have to download both of those.
All 3 of those, yeah.
Or all 3.
Twitch, Twitter, and Reddit.
So tell me about Twitch, because I know my brother, he was showing us that video game or whatever, that Dawn, whatever it's called.
I don't know.
Dusk to Dawn.
It was terrible.
It was like a movie, but it's not a movie.
It was terrible.
Guys.
I've played games like that before. And when Dana and I were watching this, at one point I just like had to scream out like, "Oh my god, this game is terrible." I wasn't, but like after I said that, I realized that Scott may have really liked this game, and I just shit on it.
And after maybe it was like 45 minutes and nearly an hour, I had to mute it to tell Matt. I was like, "Can we get off?"
Oh my god, I'm glad she did that because it was like I'm sure every girl's been in a situation where they needed their friend to like call them and bail them out of a bad date.
Oh my god, totally.
Dana was pretty much bailing me out of a bad Twitch session. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But it was nice to see everyone because it was my brother, my sister-in-law, and then it was my sister-in-law's brother and his wife, and then my sister-in-law's other brother and his girlfriend. So it was fun because they don't live around here and they're all in different states. But yeah, so with Twitch, what does it set up, like, what's the platform set up to do, I guess? I don't know, so.
Mm-hmm. It was originally designed for gamers to stream their game sessions. And then they started having artists and other creators move to it to stream whatever they wanted. So Twitch has very good audio quality when it comes to streaming. So for DJs, like electronic artists or whatever artists, they want to stream something.
To like you?
Yeah, to me. And to possibly you or the listeners. They can go on there and watch it live.
Got it. Because I think even more recently, I keep hearing like, yeah, like I'm on Twitch too, whatever, or I honestly, I think I could be making this up right now, so bear with me, but it was like, find me on Twitch. Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Twitch has a good compensation model for the creators too.
Well, because when I think like, find me on blah, 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 I think of whatever social platform, so I don't even know if that was like correct. It's like, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter.
I had that event happen to me once.
What do you mean?
Like, when I started getting more active in the music scene again.
Yeah.
Dana's making weird faces at me right now.
Okay, pause. I'm not sure why. Actually, I do know why, but like still not sure why. Matt is wearing a zip up, but he has his hood up. He has his hood up, so it's like, what are you doing? Are you going somewhere?
I'm Batman.
Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Twitch and streaming.
I feel like you insulted me before and I was defending myself.
No, I was just laughing silently.
What does that mean?
Well, I also have to pee, so.
All right, do you want to wrap up this podcast episode then?
Yeah, I think.
We're at like 39 minutes.
I think that's a good chunk. We're gonna try to keep these episodes a little bit shorter. I know, at least doing my research, I've seen why people aren't, subscribing to podcasts because, they're saying they don't have enough time. So I do want to be, just accommodating people in that sense and making it long enough but short enough for people to join and listen and get a feel of the podcast. And I don't want it to make it super long either where it's like, oh my god, no, I don't have any time to listen to this, and then if you forget about it, that's a whole nother story. So I'm just trying to keep these a little bit shorter for you. Of course, we'll definitely have some bonus episodes where we'll have multiple guests and really extend the conversation and keep you guys going. So thanks for your time, and I hope you continue to listen, and can't wait for the next one.
Cue Big Dane music.
I was just gonna say that.